I don't know what to expect for chapter 3, because the way chapter 2 panned out was nothing like I could have imagined. So, I'm expecting something very, very new. Is there, okay, my biggest question, is there like an overall plot that's happening, or is it just the plot is happening by like location? So each location we go to, there's a new plot, or is there like an overall plot? I assume there might be, because there's a second chapter and a third chapter of the game, right? But so far it doesn't feel like there's an overarching plot, but maybe they're gonna lead up to it soon. That's one thing. But anyways, without further ado, we can kick right into it, starting with, let's see, I just ended chapter 2 there. So yeah, let's go. Start chapter 3. Yeah. I did stream a lot longer than I did, not a lot, it was like 30 minutes extra. 30 minutes extra than I normally do last time, because, oh my gosh, I swear, every like epilogue to each chapter is so long. A good long, but long. Dinner, welcome to the stream. Hello, hello, how was your day? What did you work on? You guys are still working on that door thing, right, at your home? Oh, and Arce, okay, gotcha, Arce. Perfect. Okay, I wasn't sure last time. I was like, this looks French, but I forgot how you pronounce this in French. Arce. Okay, this black-clad people. Okay, I mean, I guess that's something to be overarching about, because they showed up in the past chapters, and now we've been formally introduced to them this past chapter. Stubborn bastard! Hey! How the heck? Oh, I can't keep up. Ah! Damn, we can't shake him. We have no choice. Time to counterattack. I guess you're finally taking me seriously. Good. I was getting sick of playing tag with you fools. He's not going to give up until he's dead. What a stubborn idiot. Does he really think he could beat 2-to-1 odds? I mean, if you're skilled enough. I saw while watching and wish I was there. Well, you're here this time. What? Every fight takes spirit. You lose that, you've lost everything. And I figured out exactly what kind of spirit you losers had when you took off with your tails between your legs. Okay, my voice is not like 100% warmed up, so forgive me if I sound a little bit rusty. Also, my allergies are like, not really my allergies, I'm kind of stuffy right now. I don't know why. Or maybe it is allergies, but there's a bit of that. So, silence, killer dog. We can handle you. You're in for a painful death. Oh, just straight up slice them in half. Damn it! We can't get caught now! Huh, okay. How about you just surrender and give me your full confessions? Starting with who you are and what you're after. Another dude? You need to concern yourself about that? Is it silver hair guy? What? Don't turn your back. Oh no, it's their leader. Oh. Yeah, but still working on the door, but Randall dropped part of the scaffolding on his foot and got hurt. Oh no! Oh no, I hope it's not that bad. Tell him I wish him well. Seeing the Arce pass over for the first time is always a treat. Arce Passover? Well, when did you get here? Commander! You came for us! You two are pitiful. You failed to report in as appointed, and this is why. We have no excuses. We've had a lot of interference. I get it. So you're the man in charge. Only of this particular scene. Allow me to apologize on behalf of my men. Could I persuade you to overlook this incident? Huh? Okay, repeat that. I said I'd like for you to overlook this incident. Yeah, when you're in the boat as she passed over you? Oh, okay, yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. We never had an intention of running afoul of the Bracer Guild. You think that you can cause some ruckus around town and think that you won't get caught up with the Bracers? What kind of dumb excuse is that? Don't make me laugh. You think I'm just going to look the other way and let you get away with what you did? Oh, well, I had thought it was a generous offer personally. Certainly a fairer price than death. Both of you, stand down. Return to the rendezvous point at once. Yes, sir. Thank you, Commander. Where do you think you're going? Oh, he's fast. Son of a... Fine. The target may have changed, but as long as I have one. And you being the leader, I assume you've got better information to offer me than your underlings anyway. You think it'll be that easy to make me talk? I'm sure as hell intend to find out. The fight scenes are kind of funny. Not bad. Not bad at all. Oh, what is this music track? You have an irrepressible passion, but a great weight bears down upon you. You are not quite so different from me. I'm just like you. You're just like me. It's something anyone can see. What did you just say? It's a painful thing to be powerless in a time of crisis. But you know that feeling all too well, no? I can see it in your eyes. Fine then. I don't know who you are, but I think I like you. Yowie! There's no shame in powerlessness. There's no shame in being unmatched. I do like an enemies to lover story. You and I both know that. Perhaps we could come to a mutual beneficial arrangement. And a beneficial arrangement. Yo, the Yowie are starting. Oh, Floof! El Gato! El Gato, Floof, how are you? How's it going? Speaking of Gato, did you guys see the new Digimon that they announced? The one that looks like Puss in Boots? Oh, speaking of Digimon 2, did you guys see that they put out a beta test application for their new Digimon game? Like the app? What was it? Abyssion? Started with an A, I think. They put out a beta test for that. Or like beta test applications. I think the masked commander is a girl. Are you sure? Because it said man's voice. When they were off screen, it said man's voice. So I don't think it's a woman. Why Yowie? I mean, it said man's voice. Yeah, they did say man's voice. So, I mean, I don't see why it would be a woman, but they say man's voice. Unless it's a woman disguising their voice. But, I mean, until we get confirmation of that, I'm gonna go with the fact that this is a man. Screw you! Don't act like you know anything about me. You're in for one hell of a beatdown. Nah, they're just screaming at each other. No, this is what men do. Yeah. All talk, no shock. Bet the guild's going to love interrogating you. Eh? What the? Oh, doomed Yowie. It ended before it even started. Is that the body split craft? Agate sensed something faint from the dark forest beyond. Nice try, but you got a heavy heart. And a heavy heart makes for that blade. I got a heavy heart, it's hard to lift that. From the cradle to the grave, never change, make 'em dig that. Why don't you come out from hiding and say that? When a warrior enters a skirmish, he must be prepared to lose everything. Otherwise, he can gain nothing. In order to live as a man, you must forego all anger and grief. With that, I bid you farewell. Men in chat, do you guys agree with that? The presents in the trees seem to have vanished. In the trees? For gore. How the hell am I supposed to do that? Nah, screw that. The black ornaments. Ooh, we can finally learn what this thing is that Cassia sent us. Time to leave, Ruron. Guess she's not here yet. Did we get here that early?
Could be. Want to kill some time at the tavern?
Nah, it's nice out, so I think I'd rather just wait here. I doubt I could ever get tired of the view of the river.
Yeah, no kidding.
Who are you meeting? I even get the feeling that Ruan's finally back to normal. Pretty amazing considering that uproar after Mayor Delmore's arrest.
Well, a seated mayor has never been arrested before. Try and imagine if Mayor Klaus was arrested in Roland's.
Nope, you must be able to ignore it, but putting it aside is stupid and unhealthy. I'm glad you guys are very in touch with your emotions. It's a very good thing. I'm glad. Because when they said that, I was like, okay. Forego your anger and whatnot. I don't think we should be teaching people to ignore their feelings, but okay. Yeah, that would be a real shock. But when I think of it that way, the people of Rouen almost seem cold. I mean, they were clearly surprised by what happened, but not a single person was truly shocked, as far as I can tell.
Well, you have to remember, the mayor of Rouen has always been selected by bloodline alone. He wasn't elected to his position by the Ruranians, and that probably makes all the difference in the world.
Yeah, that's true. The people of Roland appointed Klaus mayor because they liked him and trusted him. Delmore is getting what he deserves, but I feel kind of bad for him. You feel bad for him?
Hey, look who's here.
Huh? Men and women have just as much right to show their feelings. Both must be able to ignore it when they have to, but never forgetty spaghetti. I don't know so much about ignore, or I guess maybe, oh no, I can see what you mean by ignore. Maybe like situational, depending on like if you need to be professional or whatnot, but yeah. I agree. We should all be in touch with our emotions. When they say men don't cry, that's a lie. You ignore that. You ignore that. And when they say women should be soft-spoken and poised, you ignore that. If you're angry, get angry. Stand up for yourself. Oh, Sieg. Estelle, Joshua. Is she like for real coming with us? I don't think so though. Hey, I'm sorry that I'm late. I cry way too much when I watch Sailor Moon to not cry as a man. Sailor Moon. I've never seen Sailor Moon, so I don't know. But I mean, Sailor Moon is a big part of a lot of people's childhood. What, have I cried recently? I'm trying to think. Have I cried at anything recently? I don't know about recently, but I feel like I did cry at something while watching something, but I can't remember what that something was. Whoa, what made me cry? It was some sort of show. I don't remember what show it was. Oh well, I did cry at some point this year. A community I am part of watched all 3 seasons of Modern Sailor Moon plus 2 movies over a couple of months. Oh wow, that's a lot. How much media for Sailor Moon is there? Probably a ton, right?
No problem. We just got here ourselves.
Don't tell us you ran all the way here. You really didn't need a rush. Oh wait, I kind of cried at the How to Train Your Dragon live action, but that's because it was good, not because it was sad. It's the scene specifically where Hiccup and Toothless are about to fight the Red Death by themselves. Like, the music leading up to that moment, I was like, oh my gosh, it's like the live action, ah! And like, I shed a tear, but it was like a happy tear. It wasn't like a sad tear though. Hello, Random Dale. Hi, welcome. How's your foot? Dinrana was just telling me about it. My most recent cry was when Dale and I were in that big argument. Aww. Hey, Dale. Hope your foot isn't hurting too much. Yeah, I hope your foot's okay. I'm trying to think. Oh, if there's been a fight where my brother and I've cried? Oh yeah. There's only been one time, and it was pretty bad. But I don't know if I'll go into detail about it, but it was when we were in college. And it was about, I will go into detail, but it was basically like, my brother and I had friends, like these friends in college. We're not friends with them anymore. But back then, those friends had told me that they didn't like my brother. And I was trying to figure out how to like, basically, like balance, like, okay, like, Well, you guys still apparently want to be my friend, but you don't want to be my brother's friend. But you understand that if you want to come to my house, like, you can't avoid my brother. You know that. So I was like, it was like me trying to figure out, like, a balance, I'd say. And eventually my brother found out about it and he felt really hurt that I was like trying to figure out that, like, how do I say this without going into too much detail? He basically found out that our friends didn't want to be his friend anymore, and he was really sad about it. Basically, that was the last time my brother and I had like a somewhat argument, and like we both cried at it because I was like, "Fuck, I feel bad." It's not super bad, but it had me laid up for the day. Oh, I hope it's not too swollen. I assume because you dropped something on your foot, right? So, is it swollen? And luckily, like your bone's not broken or anything, right? I generally don't cry around others, but when alone, I cry all the damn time watching anime. I think it can be good to cry, not like specifically in front of others, but if you need to cry when you're in front of people, I think it's okay to do so. Like, don't hold it back, I'd say. I couldn't let you two go without seeing you off. It was a bit swollen. Oh, okay. No. Well, as long as your foot's not broken or nothing's too injured, though. But that still sucks, though. Dropping something on your foot.
Thank you very much for contacting me. Chloe, I keep telling you, you don't have to thank us. You too, Sieg. Thanks for coming.
Well, then, shall we be off?
Okay. We need to use the south exit to reach Zeiss, right? Yes. On the southern road is a checkpoint called Erlenton. You can get out of Zeiss from there.
Oh, you can set out for Zeiss.
Roger that. Okay, let's go.
Is she actually joining us? Let's go! Perfect. Okay, good. Because we need our healer. There should not be any side quests that we need to do right now. The only thing we can do is leave. Actually, should I buy... I'm thinking maybe I should buy, like, maybe a couple of reviving potions. General goods. Do I buy it here? Shop. Buy. Let's see. Tear bomb, reviving bomb. How many do I have? 7? Let's buy like 3. I have not this version of the liberal news. Okay. I think I bought all the... Oh no, we're about to go to a new town, so I probably don't need to buy any new armor. We looked at orbs last time, and I think I didn't have anything new to craft, so let's head on over then. The south block, okay. My dumb fault for wearing very breathable shoes in the 93 degree heat instead of work boots. Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense. Okay, I can't be the only one like this, but I don't like wearing shoes that show my toes in any form. Like, I don't like flip-flops, I don't like sandals, I don't even like heels, to be honest. If I do wear heels, I have to make sure they're closed toe heels. And the couple of shoes that I do own that are like open toe, I wear socks. I wear socks with them. Or stockings. I just don't like showing my feet. I don't like my dogs out. I can't be the only one. So even during the summer, luckily I'm not a beach person, so, and also like the beach is far, so I ain't driving that far. For that as well. Fair enough, understandable, completely Crypta. I'm amazed you were out in that heat at all. I know, 90 degree, I mean, for most Americans, that's kind of nothing. For most Americans, we can deal with 93 degrees, sadly. Well, it needed done, and I was using tar paper, which is easier to work with when it's hot. Oh yeah, cause like the weather, like keeping it melted and stuff, or keeping it warm. I don't wear heels at all, but I wouldn't show my toes either. I mean, but like sandals, you don't wear sandals, right? Or like flip flops, or like, I don't know. I just don't like it. Also, like, you know what? No, never mind. We're trying to go Erlenton? Was it this way? Erlenton. I think it was this way. Yeah, okay. I just wear running shoes or slip-on sneakers year-round. I don't mind. Okay, I also, okay. This might be a hot take, but I don't like sneakers. And you want to know my reasoning? It's because I just think they're ugly. I just think sneakers are ugly. They're not very pretty things. I actually, haven't owned a pair of sneakers in like maybe... when did I last have PE? I don't even remember. I think I was in middle school was the last time I owned sneakers. Because after that I did PE over the summer in high school. So it's been at least like a decade something. But I did recently buy some pair of sneakers on Prime Day. Only because I'm going to an event and I needed a specific costume. And this costume required sneakers. And I was like, well, fudge, I gotta buy sneakers. And so I bought some sneakers. And the sneakers that I bought are like these like Japanese brand ones or like an Asian brand that have like stars on them. They have like little prints. They're still kind of ugly, I'm not gonna lie. I just don't like sneakers. But I was like, if I'm gonna buy sneakers, I'm gonna try to find the cute ones. So they have stars on them and they have lace, like not shoelace, like lace, like the cloth, like that fancy cloth material. And I was like, I ain't pulling up in my ugly fucking blocks on my feet. Like if I'm gonna wear them, they gotta look cute. And I accessorize them too. I put like little beads on the laces. Like, well, first of all, I took out the ordinary laces and I changed them with some pink ones because these are some white sneakers. And then I put beads on the laces and then also on the front. And I also like bedazzled them too because I was like, this is the only way I can wear sneakers is if they look as like fancy and cute. Oh, no. Well, sneakers is a very good broad category. Some are ugly F, some look good. I do own like slip-on sneakers, but I also like only wear them if I know I'm gonna be walking a lot. Most of the time I'm wearing like fashionable shoes, I'll say that. Geyser, thank you for that. I love you. Welcome, Geyser. Oh, you returned to streaming. How's it been? How you going? Hi everybody here looking. Hoping you have a great stream. Oh yeah, if you need a lurk, no worries. But it's been great seeing you, Geyser. Thank you for dropping by and saying hello. I don't know. I don't like sneakers. My coworkers and my my boss at work one time, they were like, you know, Crypta, we've never seen you wear sneakers before. Is there a reason? And I'm just like, because I think they're ugly. And they're like, what? And I'm like, yeah, they're ugly. Why would I put something ugly on my body? And they're just like, well, why do you think they're ugly? And I was like, I don't know. I just find them ugly. Like Crocs. Like Crocs are hideous. I don't know why anyone likes them. Those are awful. I'd rather die than wear Crocs. Like, I don't know. I don't understand why you guys like Crocs. They're so ugly. So... and they're expensive. Like, hello? Like, one of my friends really likes Crocs. And she was like showing me like a bunch of Crocs that she likes. No, she knows I hate them. But she was showing me them anyways. And I was like, you're gonna pay $70 for a pair of Crocs? Like, that was insane to me. I was like, $70 for these silicone looking shoes? I don't care if they'll last you a while. You're gonna pay 70 bucks for that? If I'm paying 70 bucks for shoes, that thing better like fly. Like, bro, like my feet better feel like they're walking on clouds. Or I don't know. I guess maybe these days 70 is the average price of shoes, but I still think that's kind of pricey. I don't really buy shoes very often. I think I bought a pair of boots like maybe a couple months ago when the Forever 21s were closing. So I got like a pair of shoes that was originally I think also 60 something, but I got it for like $19, so that was good. I think that was the last time I bought shoes. Before that, I can't even tell you. I wear my shoes until like they fall apart most of the time. I have like these black like, they're like cut-off boots, like ankle cut-off boots. Like they're scuffed at the tips, at the toes, but I'm still wearing them. I am wear Crocs. Well, first of all, you didn't even spell Crocs right, so... Crocs, ugly. Why? I don't understand. I always change my laces too, but I use non-standard lacing patterns, but my Eagle Scout instincts insist on paracord. I've noticed that it's like a thing that people do, like buying different laces and swapping them out on your shoes. Like that's like a whole thing and whatnot. It costs about $20 a pair. That's not expensive. Crocs? I don't know what Crocs you're looking at, but or whatever Crocs my friend was looking at that were like 70 bucks. Because Crocs like got really popular and blew up, I noticed that the prices of them skyrocketed. Because I remember like back in like what? Was it the early 2000s or like the late 90s where people would occasionally have Crocs and those things looked cheap, and I'm sure they were cheap. But now all of a sudden out of nowhere Crocs are $70 to $100. Betrayal. Running shoes, trails running shoes, walking shoes, basketball shoes, high top sneakers, low top sneakers, slip on sneakers are all technically sneakers. Yeah, I guess so. But they don't look like sneakers. Like they're not as chunky as your average sneaker. I don't know how to describe it. I guess they are technically sneakers, but they look different. Like they look better. Like they don't have like the weird like patchiness, like patchwork on them. They're just like a one cloth design. I don't know if that makes sense. I wore walking shoes for 3 years before they fell apart. After that, I bought running shoes for 22 USD and they feel like walking on a trampoline with how much bounce I got. Damn, 22. Yeah, that's how much I feel like shoes should cost. People who buy shoes for like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just like, I don't know if frugal is the right word, but when it comes to my shoes, I kind of tend to spend less money on shoes than I do with clothes. Well, I guess maybe that's the fashionista in me speaking, but... I bought a pair of Iris Setter work boots a few months ago. They were $160, but they last about 10 years. See, like, if you're buying work boots, like shoes that have to be well made for like the environment you're in, I can understand those being like super expensive. Like, cause they have to stay intact for long periods of time under multiple conditions. But a freaking Croc for 70 bucks, that, I don't care. Like, if that material is like, I don't care if that Croc will suddenly like make all my debt disappear, that ain't worth it. $70 for Crocs. Or maybe that was a bad example, make all my debt disappear, because I guess who wouldn't want that, but... not 22, 220. Running shoes for eh? Well, I mean, if you think that's worth it. I mean, I don't think but that's just me personally. I wouldn't buy shoes for more, depending on the shoe, maybe not more than 60, I guess. The company that originally made Crocs, you still spelt it wrong, gets really expensive. The brand X Chinese Crocs are the $20 ones. Oh, okay. The shoes I bought are from Saucony Triumph 22. I've never heard of that brand, but I'm not very well versed in the shoe community, I guess. I've been here before, but this is a nice little spot. The view here is breathtaking. Certainly doesn't feel like a checkpoint, that's for sure. Actually, I hear that a lot of visitors come here to see the waterfall. Really? Ron sure has a lot of nice places, huh? I can understand why the Duke would want to live here. Agreed. But I think Roland is also a nice, relaxing place to live. Oh, you've been to Roland? Yes, I've been to all 5 of the great cities. She's been to all 5. Okay, so someone brought up in the last stream, I forgot who it was, that maybe Chloe is like royalty, or even if she's not royalty, she's at least some sort of high noble. And I think so too. I mean, we do know she's an orphan, but we don't really know much more other than that. I doubt to spend anything either on them. Either my friend from the Netherlands gifted me 120 USD and my dad paid for the rest. Both told me, get the best damn shoes you can find for your feet, no more 30 USD shoes. Ah! Well, that's cute. You got them as a gift. See, that's nice. Unless I have no clue how people walk in those. What do they look like? Now I'm kind of curious. Saucony Triumph 22. Ugh. Sorry. These are men's shoes, right? Okay, good. Some of them are ugly and some of them are cool. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, this actually... Ooh. Wait, those neon ones are actually not that bad. 43% off, but it's still $114. Nice. I mean, if these shoes can last me like 30 years, then maybe I would pay $200 for them. Maybe. Okay, these aren't bad. Some of the shoes are kind of and then some of them actually kind of look nice. Never try to save money on anything that goes between you and the ground. What a bold statement. Yep, shoes and tires are two things that never skip on. Oh yeah, tires. Tires are a big thing. That's what I got told. Yeah, I guess that's fair. Shoes. Yeah, actually, yeah, now that I think about it, I think, yeah, sneakers. I wouldn't mind spending a few $100s on sneakers if I knew if I was gonna be in an environment where I had to walk and run a lot. But, like I said, for things like Crocs, I ain't spending that kind of money on something that I'm just gonna wear casually. You'll be surprised how charming it is. Really? It sounds like we're in for some fun.
All right, why don't we get the paperwork started then?
Okay. What the heck? I feel like I got tripped. Oh yeah, that's right, we have been here. I forgot why we turned around, but we did. Oh, that's right too. Oh wait, yeah, we were here for when the Duke was causing a ruckus. Hello. For 32 years, I have worn only cheap walking shoes or work boots for 30 USD, and it shows on my feet not the best shape. Oh, really? My feet, I wouldn't say my feet are fugly, but they have been shaped to karate, I will say. So my toes point in a way that the average person doesn't. I mean, I definitely am not really the type to get pedicures or like really do anything fancy to my feet, but I make sure I at least like, I make sure I clean them and I don't have stinky feet or anything. But I don't know. Oh, I do remember during my when I was still a student for karate, and when we'd be practicing outside barefoot, my feet would get a little bit crusty, but I would make sure I would clean it and scrub it. Oh my god, I'm so glad the days of like scrubbing my feet with like rock, what is it, like what is that tool called where it's like a file? Yeah, I think it's like a file. I used to have to scrub the back of my heels with a file because it gets so dry from being barefoot on the ground all the time. Those were the days. Pumice? I think so, yeah, I think it's pumice. I mean, cleaning them when you shower really makes sense, but I meant more like hard skin and such. Oh, okay, yeah, I see. When your feet get a little bit more calloused. I learned that lesson the hard way in college. Pulling internet cables, I hurt my feet and could barely walk for a few days. What? Oh no! It's volcanic rock? Oh, I don't know if it was specifically a volcanic rock tool, but it was like some gigantic file. Like rock file. It was like gray, or maybe it was pumice, I don't know. But yeah, never cheaped out on shoes after that. Ooh. You know, the other day, I had these shoes. Or actually, no, not the other day. It was back in October. I had like these pink shoes that I owned since high school. And they have always held up pretty well. They've never once like gotten loose or like have fallen apart on me. I mean, they're a little bit dirty, but like from my years of high school to now, they held up very well. And I would wear them pretty often. They broke last October because my boss accidentally stepped on my foot with her heel. And it like punctured like the side of my shoe. And so then my shoe fell apart. like the soles of my foot were like loose. And I was basically walking around the rest of the day with a flappy shoe. And I was like, no, my shoes. I'm sure like if my boss hadn't stepped on my shoe, I would still have them. But that's the only time that I really like had an experience where my shoe like completely fell apart on me, was because my boss stepped on them and she broke them. She was wearing like these really skinny heels that day, so when she stepped on it, it pretty much punctured everything. Back in October, 10 months ago. I know, I say like October the other day. Dude, I can't believe it's already been a year since like last October, because last October was super eventful for me IRL. I'm like, damn, it's already gonna be a year again since all that? Crazy. Ouch. Yeah, I mean, she did step on my actual foot too, but like, it wasn't, I mean, it did hurt, but I wasn't like, ow, oh my god. I was like, oh, I feel pressure on my foot, and it was my boss's heel. I wore shoes with a loose sole for months before my friend and dad had enough. I mean, like, after that happened, I threw those shoes away. I didn't keep wearing them. Like, that's another thing. Like, my mom went and bought me some new shoes, which were the slip-on sneakers. Which I don't... Actually, those ones, I don't know if... Okay, normally I'm a size 7 to 7.5 in women's US size. And she did buy me... My mom bought me a size 7. Or was it 7.5 in the sneaker? I think they're 7.5. But these sneakers are built weird. Like, they were like big on like the heel, but really skinny on the toes. So even though they're meant to be walking shoes, I can't really walk long distance in them because then it rubs against my toes and it's really painful. I remember I went somewhere that I walked at least like 20K steps that day. And I was wearing those sneakers and I was like, what? My toes hurt. Like they were rubbing against my sneaker a lot, and I was like, so you're telling me I can't even wear these sneakers for sneaker purposes? Size 7, darn doll size Americans got. I mean, my best friend wears like a size 10. So actually I think the average women's size is between 7 to 8 here. I guess, at least for women's feet. I don't know what the average men's size feet is, but I think for most women it's between 7 to 8 is like the average size. Doll sizes. I mean, I guess I'd rather have small feet than big feet. Pumice is a volcanic glass that is formed in a... I mean, I know what pumice is. Remember, I used to want to be a geologist growing up. I swear I wear size 44. Oh, how do you do measurements in Sweden?
We were wondering what had to be done to obtain permission to enter Zeiss. Oh, okay then. Step right up. I'll take care of you. Be aware though, that once these procedures have begun, you will not be allowed to leave the checkpoint.
Okay, I did make sure I collected everything, so we should be okay. I hate how modern shoes have such a small toe box. I know, I don't understand. It's like, why do they make the toes so tiny? Like, that's where I need the most wiggle room. Especially for sneakers. I was like, why do these sneakers have like a small toe box? Like, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, go ahead, please.
Then please start by signing these documents.
Estelle and Joshua sign their names to the documents.
All right, everything looks to be in order. Is the young lady there not joining you?
Oh, I only came to see them off. Ah, damn it.
Very well then. You'll be able to accompany them as far as the mouth of the Chaldia Tunnel.
Thank you very much. What's the Chaldia Tunnel?
It's the main road that joins this checkpoint to Zeiss. The path is a long tunnel that passes directly through Chaldia Hill.
Wow, an underground road.
That'll definitely be a first for me too.